I hope everybody's had a good week. I hope you all joined in at the weekend with the Great Indoor Weekender as the National Scout virtual camp. And if you're in the Bishop Stortford, Hertfordshire district or county, you had Beavers in Dens. So as I say, I hope you all had fun with that. I did do a couple of drop-ins, but not as many as I did a few weeks ago. But it was my birthday at the weekend. I still have my balloons behind me. It hopefully keeps them away from the cats. They can't attack them, as this is meant to be a cat-free area. They don't always believe me. So, got a little bit of a parenty bit first of all, and then we'll get on with this week's activity. So, going back to face-to-face meetings, things are starting to move in the right direction. Risk assessments are being done by, I know, quite a few leaders, but obviously different areas and places do have different rules. So, any questions, just message your leader. I'm sure they can give you more information than I can. So that's the parenting bit over and done with. So this week we are going to look at the World Badge, which is the purple badge that all invested members wear on the left hand side of their uniform on their chest. There we go. There's this one. As we did look at the salute for St George's Day a few weeks ago. So the World Badge. It has lots and lots of different meanings. All the different sections have a different meaning. So I'll quickly show you and tell you what bit means. So first of all, we'll start with the rope that goes around the edge. So the rope shows the unity and family of the World Scout movement. The knot at the bottom, as I'm sure most of you already know, is the reef knot, which cannot be undone however hard it is pulled, symbolising the strength of the World Scouting's unity and family. It is one of the first knots most Scouts learn because it has so many uses. Then we'll go with the colours. So we've got white or silver. So white or silver is meaning purity, and the purple, which is royal purple, stands for leadership and service. So now our two stars. Obviously there are two 5-pointed stars, stand for truth and knowledge, and the 10 points of the original Scout law. See, I know the Scout law has changed, so it has fewer laws now. I think it is 7, but originally it had 10. So the left hand curl of our fleur-de-lis stands for service to others. Our middle one stands for duty to God and the Queen, or depending on your belief, it can stand for Allah, my Dharma, or upholding the Scout values. Duty to the Queen can also be substituted with duty to my king or my country, because not every country has a queen. Then the right curl of our fleur-de-lis stands for obedience to the Scout law. And finally, the band that goes across all 3 sections of the fleur-de-lis stands for the family of Scouting. Okay, so going quickly back to the colours, purple goes all the way back to Knights in Armour and the Code of Chivalry. Your coat of arms was there to show who you were and say a little bit something about you. So whoever's wearing this, everybody knows you're part of Scouts. Okay, so I've got a few different badges, but they all have the Scout fleur-de-lis on. So I've got a few old ones. So I've got this one, like you can see at the bottom, you've got Boy Scouts written there, which this one's quite old. So this one I think is
1950 something, I believe.
There we go, pre-1950. Okay, this one I believe was specifically for Cubs. Again, fairly old, as you can see. But as I mentioned a few weeks ago, I love old Scouting memorabilia and things like that. So this one's actually from a different country. This one's actually from Hong Kong. I don't know what the 2 symbols stand for, whether the stars are on ours, but you can still see it is still the same fleur-de-lis. It still has the band, and it still means you're part of the Scout movement. It has Hong Kong written across the band. And this one would actually be on your shoulder, on the older shirts, because all scouts and leaders wore the same colour shirt, and to symbolise the difference between a scout and a leader, they would wear a tag on their shoulder. So this one is for a rover scout, as you can see. Hopefully it's got RS written in the tips of the fleur-de-lis. It stands for rover scout or ranger scout. So through the years, as you can see, the fleur-de-lis has changed slightly, but not dramatically. It still stands for exactly the same. So we've got this one. Here we go. So I've got the origin of the design for the World Scout emblem. So this one is 1920 to 1939 versions of the emblem used by Baden-Powell himself. Okay. And we've got a slightly different one, which I don't have a badge of, and it is 1939 to 1955, the one in the middle. Versions of the emblem used by the World Scout Committee, and then we have from 1955 to the present day, the version that we all wear, which is the purple one. So I'm going to briefly read a couple of sections from Scouting for Boys. This is the centenary edition, so it actually has all 6 parts of Scouting for Boys all in one book. So I actually have got this badge, and I didn't know what the small bit of wire meant underneath it. So if you look just here, I'll show you the actual badge in a second. That actually has a meaning. I just thought it was a random piece of wire that somebody had used to attach it to something. Even I live and learn. So here we go. Here is the actual badge, and I'll tell you exactly what it means. So it comes in 2 pieces. And here's my bit of wire. Okay, and it actually stands as a reminder for the person that's wearing it to always do their good deed for the day. Okay. As I say, I thought it was just a random small piece of wire at the bottom, but yeah, it stands for as a reminder to always do your good deed for the day.
Just like a knot in your hanky.
Yep, just like a knot in your hanky. So the bit I'm going to read from Scouting for Boys is the Scout's Oath. Before he becomes a scout, a boy must take the Scout's Oath thus. On my honour, I promise that I will do my duty to God and the King. I will do my best to help others, whatever it costs me. I know the Scout law and will obey it. Whilst taking this oath, the Scout will stand holding his right hand raised level with his shoulder, palm to the front, thumb resting on the nail of his little finger. So, as we all do, when we take our promise, we make exactly the same salute. Our 3 fingers pointing upright. This is the Scout salute and secret sign. When the hand is raised shoulder high, it is called the half salute. When raised to the forehead, it is the full salute. The Scout salute and secret sign, the 3 fingers held up, like the 3 points on the Scout's badge. So we have honour, God and the King, we have helping others, and we have obey the Scout law. Okay, and when this was written, the King in mention would be the current Queen's grandfather, I believe. Okay, so here we go. That's what I've just read to you, and it is in part 1, I believe, of Scouting for Boys. Okay, so now on to tonight's activity. So I will post the sheet on the Facebook page and Instagram page of Goth Be the Leader Star. This is the sheet. We're going to do some coin rubbing of the Royal Shield. So you will need some coins for this. These are the coins coins that I believe are from 2008 onwards. So they all make up this shield. Hopefully you can see that, but I can also post this as well. So we've got our 10p, our 2p, our penny, our 5p, 20p and 50p. Okay? So you can actually see the shield that it makes up. I have got it in colour. But this shield stands for all the countries in the United Kingdom. So the two that are the same stand for England. The single lion with a border stands for Scotland, and the heart stands for Ireland. The reason Wales is not on there is because it is technically a principality and not a country. It stands slightly differently from the rest of us. Okay, so obviously this is only for the coins from the UK, but you can still do coin rubbings with your own coins, because I know some people that are watching these videos are not from the UK or from England at all. So before we had the shield, as I said, the shield only came out in 2008. But we did have obviously coins before without the shield. So on the 50p before the shield we had Britannia. On our 5p we had the thistle. On the tuppence we had the Welsh feathers. On penny we had a portcullis. On our 10p we had a lion with the crown on. And on the 20p we had a rose. As I say, you can still do coin rubbings with any coins, but maybe if you know somebody that has been to the UK, maybe you can see if you can swap them a few coins and you can do the shield as well. So to do coin rubbing, I've laid it out. So you've got all the coins have a specific place that they make up the shield, as I say. So we're going to tilt my camera down, and then you can see what I'm doing. So the easiest way to do coin rubbing is with a crayon. You're going to want a nice either flat edge, or if your crayons have paper around them, like these ones did, take the paper off and you can use the nice flat rounded edge. So first we'll start with our 50p. So what we need to do is line it up underneath our paper. So adults may need to help with this so that you get them lined up. So once they're lined up, if we start from an edge and then work inwards, as you can see the pattern starts to work through. Okay, so we're starting to get the edge of the heart through. And there is our 50p. Okay, so next we go for our 5p, which is our centre coin. Now, the coins do come up fairly frequently in change in the UK. So you may even already have all of the coins in your purse already. So I've actually got one over here that I've done previously in two different colours, but I didn't have a 20p at the time when I did this one, but I have one now. So if I finish this one, you can then see all of them rubbed through. Now the colours doesn't particularly matter, but the darker the colour, the better it will come through. So things like yellow and pale green don't always show. Sometimes maybe if you want to do it on black paper, the paler colours do come through. So there we go. There is our full shield rubbed through. Now there is plenty of room on the rest of this page to maybe see how many faces you can find on the different coins. So if we look on the back of our coins, we have multiple queens faces. Okay, so obviously the older coins, the different faces we will get. So here we go, here's 2, and there is a 3rd. Put them down in the wrong places now. But there are 3 faces of our queen on the back of our coins. I believe it is only 3 different faces. But if you find more, feel free to comment and let me know. And we'll see how many different coins you can fit in and do it exactly the same. Obviously you won't have anything to line it up to, so you can do it whatever you want. I'll do a 50p here with one of our faces on. So again, starting from an edge and working across. You can then see one of our queen faces. Okay, I will post the blank sheet on the page on Facebook and Instagram. So that's Goth Beaver Leader Star, Facebook and Instagram, and obviously this video will be posted on YouTube and all platforms as well. And I hope to see you all next week. Bye guys.